What's up, everyone? Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so we're talking about marketing data, why it's so important for you and me to actually understand what marketing data is, how to actually use it, and how to benefit from understanding what the data is, what the golden nuggets are in there, and how to actually lean into what the data is saying, either by changing it or changing, pivoting, or actually doubling down. So let me see, because my camera is not the quality that I want. Let's get that figured out first, and then we will rock and roll from there. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. That's part of the fun here on the Nico Live experience. Awesome. There's the webcam. Awesome. There we go. A little bit better quality, a little bit more crisp and clean. But anyway, yeah, like I'm saying, the truth of the matter is you have whether you are on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, website, TikTok, whatever that is, you are going to be generating data. And ultimately, with today's platforms, you're going to accumulate a lot more data that can be useful. And that's why I want to preface the conversation with this stuff can be impactful. This really can make a difference for you and your organization. However, at the same time, you can't, there are different metrics for different purposes. So for instance, if you and I are looking for more conversions on people going from social media to our website, there's different metrics that we actually care about than if we want to get to a direct sale, or if we're testing out a new campaign around a specific topic. There's different indicators that we're going to look for than others, and that's important because in a world where, especially online, you can measure almost every single thing, whether it's view times, impressions, clicks, likes, comments, shares, whatever that is. You have to figure out, as a small business owner, as a consultant, as someone who is just in the hustle trying to make everything work for them, what can I do, you and me, to actually move our businesses forward, and what are the key pieces of evidence that we need to actually make more informed decisions. So with that being said, let's jump into it. Hopefully this gives you a high level context on what it is, what it is we're going to be talking about. So data. Now I'm going to start with the most common and then work into the most minute, or the ones with the most that you probably won't see a lot. Let's just keep it there. So we're going to do likes, comments, shares, impressions. Those tend to be the high level content overview pieces that most people see. So if you get a like, someone engaged with your post. Comment, they commented, engagement, right? Impressions, it doesn't mean necessarily engagement. It means that your content was seen. For instance, here on LinkedIn, Facebook, and I believe YouTube, I think we're streaming to YouTube as well. If you get an impression, that usually means someone scrolled through and watched about 3 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds, depending on the platform. I believe LinkedIn is about 3 or 5 seconds. Any other platform is more or less three. Yeah, about three. Yeah, I think it's three. So it's 3 to 5. That's usually the range I like to keep it. And that means that someone viewed your content. So this could be your video, this could be your text piece, this could be your image, whatever that is. An impression usually means that someone saw it. What's up, Eddie? Eddie, I want to see you on TV, my friend. Let me know how that goes, because that's a whole different process. Eddie, for anyone who can't see it on LinkedIn, awesome dude, asked me a couple questions about TV and TV advertising, something I have not ventured into, but I know that some people have found success in it. Again, we're talking social media today, so TV impressions and TV data is a whole different beast. But anyway, let's get back to it. So the like, the impression, the comment, the share. The share, I would say, out of all the metrics, is one of the other coveted ones. This means that someone looked at your video, text, audio, whatever that is, and they believe so much, or they agreed with you to an extent that they're willing to put their name behind it by taking that content and sharing it with their audience, right? If you like something or if you comment something, it does show up in someone else's feed as you engage with it, but by sharing it, you're putting your name behind that person. That's why I think the share is the most coveted one. Otherwise, we're working our way from priority is down to common. if your audience like Eddie right now, he's watching us on live and he's saying, you know what, I'm gonna engage with Nico. I'm gonna send a comment. That's awesome. It's not a face-to-face conversation. It's not a share. Um, I would say if we're gonna high level, like share and then comments right there, because once you have a comment, you actually get a conversation going. So um, right now, Eddie commented on this live. We're chatting back and forth, both through me just speaking and me both in the comments talking to him, right? So that's important. That's how conversations get started. Then we get down to the like. The like is fine. It's a good indicator that someone might have seen you. I'll be honest, sometimes I don't read or watch the videos or look at the images that much. I just see the person's name and I click and like, because I might want to come back to it later, or that I just really like the person and I believe that I have context on them, and I'm just going to give them that social boost that they want on their post. And it sucks. That's part of the scrolling culture, right? It's very easy for you and I to grab our phones and just keep scrolling because it's not it's passive, right? Like it takes thought to share. It because usually when people share, they add a little caption, a little debrief on that. That's awesome. A comment say you can just give emojis. In this case, Eddie is not doing that. He's actually engaging back and forth, but you're actually having to put some effort into that, right? Then the like. The like is it's super easy to look. I right on LinkedIn right now. I'm just clicking the clapping emojis, right? That doesn't really, besides it being actually that's really cool. I don't know if anyone can see it on the LinkedIn side. Um, I'm just gonna spam myself with all these emojis, but it's it's a little bit more passive, right? So you're not really getting a great, you're not really getting a conversation. That's really how I like to measure everything. It's like, can I use social media to drive conversation for my thing, whatever that thing happened to be at that time, right? So that's where I'm coming from with that. Then we get to the impression. The impressions means that someone, like I said, saw your content, video, audio, text, for about 3 to 5 seconds. That's awesome. That's really good. Thanks, Eddie. Uh, I just saw the clapping coming in, so I appreciate that. See, he's thoughtfully engaging with it, so throwing everything I had on the floor. But with that being said, an impression means that someone saw it. Now, I have to preface it with just because someone did not comment, share, like, they just viewed your content, doesn't mean that they're going to forget you or they're not thoughtfully. Maybe they watched it and they just didn't feel compelled to like or add a comment. That's fine. I've had people and frankly clients come my way who've never liked or commented on any of my things. Yet when they come to me, they said, "Hey, I've been watching your content for a while. I loved this piece. That's what sparked me to talk to you." And I was thinking, I'm like, that's kind of true. Like there's people I know right now on a lot of social media platforms where I respect them. I don't always engage with them, and sometimes I just scroll past. But like a perfect example is Gary Vee. Like I don't like or comment on all his posts, but sometimes I read it, and he's always top of mind when it comes to what's his take on TikTok or Thriller. My friend Chris, who runs the Good News Network on TikTok and Thriller now, he is where's I going with this? He's always thinking about, what's the next platform. So I'm thinking about Gary and him for when I want to explore a new platform or get their quick take on that. And they were the ones that really motivated me to get and start posting on TikTok and finding my own little niche. Right? So experimental individuals, that's where I think about. And for you, whether you're in the services space, the product space, Eddie right here, he's in the commercial real estate space, right? I have a very low baseline of understanding of commercial real estate, the inner workings. I've had clients in the space, but I know if I have a question about commercial real estate locally or even not international, but nationally, Eddie comes to mind. We've engaged a lot. I've seen his content, I've seen what he's doing. Plus, he is awesome. Eddie, let's do this real quick. So for the people who do not follow you, let's open up that LinkedIn and drop that in there because Eddie has some awesome drone footage. So if you're into experimentation on content, Eddie's that guy. He's always trying that stuff. So Eddie, this is this is your show. But seriously, so those are some of those vanity metrics that are important. Now, what I also do care about, because a lot of my content on social media is focused, how do I get someone to move from a platform I do not control, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Medium, TikTok, all these platforms, into something I do control, which usually is a landing page, is a website, is something that I just have full control over. So many of you have probably seen in the last couple of days, I've been really trying to incentivize people to go look at our new website. We have a new, I'll drop it here because why not give it a little bit of love for, for all the hard work that we all do. We recently revamped our product pages. We've been looking at a lot of content and trying to really up our content game when it comes to blogs, upping our website views. So we've been doing a lot of that. So I've been talking a lot about how I've done that. I've walked through the process. And I know one metric I actually care about is my message that I'm putting out getting clicks? So I post about the book in a lesson or an example or testimony, and then I look at, are people clicking from that post onto social media? There's ways to track it, and Facebook is a great way to do that as well, because I can have what's called a pixel and I can track people better. That's something I've been wondering if LinkedIn's ever going to venture in that space, because here's my quick take. If Microsoft does actually acquire TikTok has a tracker, the pixel that they have. I wonder if we could get a pixel from, because Microsoft did buy it, that goes through the so with Facebook, there are Facebook pixels, both Facebook and Instagram. I wonder if the TikTok pixel can do both TikTok and LinkedIn, because Microsoft actually owns LinkedIn. That would be awesome. That would be crazy, because then we can really track conversions, we can track ad spend, and we can track, where people are clicking. We can retarget people who have clicks on there. That would be amazing. As a marketer, that's the cream of the crop. If I could have that done, because a lot of my traffic does come from social media, that would be phenomenal. And I would love that. So if you want to get on Nico's bucket list of things he wants done in the world, that'd be fantastic. With that being said, why does it matter to you? If you are a person looking for more content views, potentially the website clicks and people clicking your articles and whatnot might not be the metric that is most important to you. So if we're looking at, we post 10 things and 2 of them got 1,000 likes and 100 comments. In my mind, those 2 are more successful than the ones that got 20 likes and 10 clicks, website clicks. Because what you and I were shooting for was maybe brand exposure with that very first one. Now reverse that. That's great that our 2 posts went viral, but we were trying to measure website clicks. So only 1 got a lot of website clicks, the others did. That's the same thing I'm doing with Pinterest right now. Let me actually show you guys what matters. Because hey, this is the Nico Live experience. We don't not share what's really happening in the world. Let me do this. Yes, I authorize the screen share. Boom, boom, boom. So right now we are on Pinterest, right? So it's great, but this morning I was looking at the analytics and our impressions are through the roof. Like, that's awesome. Like, on the surface, these are really, really great numbers. I mean, we went 0 on Friday the 31st. So basically on the 1st, we really start kicking in Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, Saturday, Sunday, and then we don't have this week's. But I mean, these are great numbers. However, what I'm actually now looking for a little bit more is on the videos, right? So our videos are great. That's the biggest driver. But people, so this is a 44-second video. I'm looking for time spent. So even though like 8,000 people watched, they only watched about 6 seconds of this. And that's great, but this was, these numbers are low. So I gotta figure out, how do I create content? Maybe these videos are too high, too long. So this one's great, right? So what motivates you? This is a 7-second video, and watch time 6 seconds. That's more successful, in my opinion, than this one. That's even a little bit more, but percent. I'm looking for how many percent of people watched most of it, right? So these are the numbers that I'm actually caring about. So this one's great, even though it was a 5-second video. Most people on average watch that fully. So these are the numbers that I'm actually looking for, is like longevity, how long are people watching, staying on the content. Like this is a minute, it has 7 seconds average, which is still a little higher than the average one here, but still, like, people aren't getting the full message and they can't understand the value if they're only watching that, right? So we do link clicks, right? That's another one. Like, they're not getting clicked a lot. So how do I increase that? So actually, this is the one we should look at. Like, these are 95% viewed. We can see, let's go down to one of these. Only 3 people really watched this 1 minute 40 video, the second video, all the way through, right? So like, that's a little low. So we gotta figure out, how do we increase that? So this is, again, kind of playing off of two sides. Move there. Right now, I'm trying to figure out, like, how to increase the watch time, clicks, like all these metrics that I care about. But I'm not really focused on sales directly, because the sales will come if I increase the view time on the, and then the clicks. So there's a whole strategy that I'm building in relation to this. But again, it's the plan. It's using the data to work for you, right? That's what I'm trying to get at. So anyway, that's why data matters. I think everyone should definitely look at their analytics. If you don't have analytics on your Facebook or Facebook, you should have, right? Yeah, do it. You're awesome. Yeah, watch time is so important, because you want people actually getting the message. That's why I've been really gearing my content towards 15 second to 30-second videos, because the average watch time is a lot more, and that helps a ton. So anyway, use data, but use it effectively. Figure out which ones actually matter to you in the relation to where you want to go. Cut it here. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you guys later. Peace.